How's it going, everybody? It is Paradox Rift release week, so we're gonna open up a couple boxes and talk about how to get a master set started and see how much progress you can make just off of 2 boxes. I've got my case here. I usually get 1 case. I'm gonna show you, hopefully, after the end of this, why you shouldn't be like me and maybe why the conventional advice that you'll see online if you're new to master set collecting is to maybe buy 2 booster boxes and some other ancillary products and stop with that, just buy singles afterwards. I do like to rip packs though, so I tend to buy a case, and Paradox Rift is going to be a big set, so I don't think we're going to get many duplicate hits even in the full case, but let's go ahead and start cracking this open. And like I said, we're just going to open 2 today. Like I said, usually you read online, a lot of people will say open 2 booster boxes and then stop. That's, I think, generally pretty good advice. So we're going to do that and then see how far we get in our master set. Pretty box to open though. It is always really cool when you open a full case. So let's get all of these opened up. And set to the side. So we'll set up a little set back here with our boxes. And these will be the 2 we crack open. Before we get started with that, if you didn't see the last video where we went through the 151 master set, we are doing a giveaway over on that video of this Pokemon Center 151 ETB. So if you would like to win that, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Head over to that 151 master set video is the last video on the channel. And this Friday, I will run a comment randomizer and pick a winner for that video. So subscribe and go comment on that 151 video. And this Friday, I will pick a winner for that. In the meantime, though, we're going to open some Paradox Rift and get started on that master set. I've been waiting for this set for a while. Pretty excited about it. I love these bigger sets like Paldea, Fusion Strike, that kind of stuff. I know some people feel the exact opposite. They want the sets to be a little easier to complete. I want them to be difficult to complete. It kind of makes it a little more fun for me. Lengthens the process, makes the hunt more fun. So kind of why I enjoyed Lorcana so much with the first chapter, because it was legitimately, difficult, I guess, to collect. I mean, it's always possible to just go buy everything you want. If you want to trade around, if you want to pull stuff from packs, there's a middle ground to be found for difficulty in pulling good cards and completion of a full set. So I'm going to rip through these pretty quick just because I don't want the video to take forever. I'll go through kind of how I organize the cards as well, because I'm going to be sorting through the bulk later. But essentially, I just keep my stacks here. I will sort through the different rarities for later on, but essentially I just put anything that is common or uncommon in one stack, put my reverse hollows in one stack, put my rares in one stack, and then I throw these to the side. I'll let you guys have the code cards. And then we will sleeve up any hits, and actually we'll just stick those so we can see the most recent hit that way. So like I said, I'm not going to be showing off, all the art. I know it is a new set and everything. I'm just going to run through them pretty quick. And open up both of these booster boxes here, and then we'll organize the cards, and I'll talk about how much progress we made in the master set just from two booster boxes. First hit of the box is a Maushold EX. I think there are 21 regular EX cards in this set. So if the hit rates, I haven't watched any videos, I haven't seen any breakdown of the hit rates yet, since it is just Monday here as I record this. If the hit rates follow the rest of the Scarlet and Violet era sets, I would expect, 10 to 12 hits in the box. So Slitherwing is that a reverse holo? That's a cool, well, there we go. Nice. But that's a pretty cool reverse holo there. I guess for the ancient and future Pokemon, the holo is different. So nice. And there we go. Our first, that's got to be a special illustration rare, right? Yeah. So first SIR of the box. We'll see if we get two. Not mad at that. I like all of the cards in this set that I've seen so far, and I know it is so big that there are probably some I have missed, but I'm a big fan of all of the illustration rares and special illustration rares, stuff like that. It's what pulled me back into the hobby, so I'm never going to complain about any of these gigantic sets where there are a ton of those. Looks like we got something else back there. So you'll see that it's the reverse holos that are going to be, well, actually in this set, I think there are something like 30 odd illustration rares, and out of each of these booster boxes, I believe we can only expect to get 2 or 3. So those are going to be pretty difficult. Similar to Paldea, I don't think there are going to be any like the Magikarp or the Tyranitar or the Raichu upon release that were super expensive, $50 or whatever for all of those in this set, but I could be wrong. If there are, again, I will talk about in the master set video how I go about approaching buying singles. I'm not going to open the rest of the boxes on the channel. I typically don't do Pokemon unboxings or anything like that, but if you guys do like seeing it, let me know. I'm not opposed to it, just not something I typically do. Those code cards, by the way, I don't think are going to work until Friday, so don't rush to go use those. I don't think they're going to work right away. So we got something back here. Let's see. Yeah, these reverse holos for the future and ancient cards are pretty awesome. That's pretty cool. So we have 3 hits so far, 2 of them just regular EXs. And again, I just organized them this way to make it easier to sort through later on. I will then probably split off the commons and uncommons, sort them by energy, and then, throw them in the binder, just as a quick way to get through everything. Iron Hands, nice. Love Iron Hands. I enjoyed Scarlet and Violet. I don't know if you guys play the games as well, but I did play Violet instead of Scarlet, and my buddy played Scarlet, so we traded all the version exclusives amongst each other and all that kind of stuff, and I really, really like the past Pokemon, the ancient Pokemon more. I like all of them. They were all pretty cool, to be honest. I'm not gonna complain. Thought it's a cool little gimmick, and I thought it was a really fun game. I know it doesn't perform the best, if you don't mind a game running at 12 frames a second, but there we go. Toxtricity EX as our first full art. Speaking of my buddy who plays the games with me, this is his favorite Pokemon. So hopefully I pull an extra of that to trade with him. Alright, yeah, pick up the pace for this video is going to take forever, sorry. So let's just try to skip to these reverse hollows. There's nothing quite like a new Pokemon release. If you watched my Lorcana videos, I talk a lot about, everybody's a little salty in the Lorcana world about how difficult it is to get the product, similar to a little bit how Pokemon was during the early part of the pandemic. So I just walked into my local shop that is a Play Store or whatever, so they were able to release it today, and bought a full case without issue. You know what I mean? I just walked into my card shop and bought a full case of Paradox Rift. No fuss. Just walked in the back. He said, how many, or you want a booster box? I said, I'd like a case if you have it. He walked into the back, grabbed a full case, said, yeah, I got plenty, don't worry about it. In the Lorcana world, I had to trade and fight and travel and blah, 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 just to get 6 booster boxes of that. Eventually, another root bonnet, just the regular though. Eventually, that is how Lorcana will be as well, I'm sure. It's not how it is now. So I like that the product is more available with Pokemon now. I think some of the popularity from the pandemic era, I guess, is dying down a bit. People are selling off a lot of collections, I've noticed. People are less likely to trade because they just want to get either full TCG value or sell their entire collection at a small discount of TCG value. With the exception of 151, everybody wants that set, as all you guys who have watched that video and commented have told me. It seems like it is bringing a lot of return or new collectors into the hobby, which is awesome. So hopefully this video will show you that you don't have to spend a ton to master set things, and you shouldn't spend a ton to master set things. Again, I just prefer getting a full case. I like to crack a lot of packs. I think it's fun. It's in my budget. You know, it doesn't, it's not something that breaks the bank for me or anything like that. I'm in a fortunate position for that to be the case. Bombardier EX as our second full art of the pack. So I'm just a weirdo who likes to crack a lot of packs. I am also fortunate that there is a local card shop close to me, right down the street from me, that has probably the biggest singles collection of like any shop I've ever seen on the internet or whatever. But they have any single you can imagine. They have a whole wall of every single Pokemon set, just in storage boxes, Golden Go EX. And you can just walk in there, tell them what set you are looking for. They'll pull the box off the wall, and you know, they let me dig through it. Easy to collect master sets that way. Cool shop. And if you're fortunate to have a local card shop with a lot of singles for sale, because this particular shop doesn't do the TCG player thing, so I am double lucky there. They have a big player base who buys a lot of stuff, trades in a lot of stuff. Nice. Is that our first illustration there? Just regular illustration here? Can't remember. We'll go through all the hits at the end of the box. So what I do to collect these master sets is I like to crack a lot of packs. I like to, you know, buy stuff to support my store, and I like to crack a lot of packs, and then I will head up there, and they have usually had a ton of traded in stuff for me to buy the singles I need locally. So I don't typically have to resort to eBay or TCG Player or anything like that. I don't mind doing so if there's something they don't have. I've had good luck with both eBay and TCG Player. I tend to prefer TCG Player just because it is a little easier to add everything into your cart and then just hit the cart optimizer, and it kind of, you know, puts it all together in the smallest number of packages for you, etc., etc. That's always another Toxtricity EX, this time just the regular EX. So that's always, you know, a good plan. If you are master set collecting and want to fill out all the bulk that you need, that stuff is pennies on the dollar. You don't have to try to spend a ton of money buying packs to pull a 25-cent card if you don't pull all of the commons, uncommons, and holo rares just from whatever product you open. You shouldn't worry about those. You know, you could buy an entire set of those for most recent Pokemon sets, all commons, uncommons, holo rares, and reverse holos. You can buy a full set of those for like $30 or something. Like, nothing crazy. It's not gonna cost you a lot. You know, when all is said and done and the value drops for all of these sets and settles, you will likely be able to buy any of the Scarlet and Violet era sets as they are, you know, currently available, not after they go out of print, all that kind of stuff, for less than $700-800. So if that's the way you like to collect and you just want to collect everything as singles, then believe me, you can, and it's probably going to end up being cheaper than if you were to buy a bunch of packs to crack to try to fill out some of your collection that way. Again, if you guys watch other channels like Danny Phantom, he always talks about the fun cost of a set. I'm a big believer in that. It's fun to crack packs. I don't want to not do that if the code card got cut off there. So for me, again, I like buying this. I like getting a full case, opening through them one night, you know, after my son goes to bed, just looking through the cards. I tend to, just from the get-go, open up packs just like this, where I just kind of crack through them, organize them, and then I enjoy the art when I actually do the binder organization. So that's the zen part of it for me, less than the actual opening of the packs. But it is fun to chase, you know, the big pull, right? The big hit. I bought one of those, I bought 3 actually, of those like heavy hitters collections or whatever from Sam's Club this past weekend, and opened those up and hit a Giratina from Lost Origin. It's the most off-centered it can be without being an error card, but still, you know, for $40, that thing has 14 packs in it, and I cracked them open. I don't really need to be cracking open any more packs of Lost Origin or Silver Tempest or anything, but I did, and you know, hit a Giratina, which is fun. $250 card or whatever it's worth now. Let's see if we can move these out of the way and just get started on the second booster box. And we will go through our hits from the first booster box. So let's count these up. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 hits between full arts, 2 illustration rares, 2 full arts, okay, 3 full arts. No, that's not a full art. Okay, so we got 1 special illustration rare, 2 full arts, 2 illustration rares, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 regular EXs. So not bad. It does look like then, if that's the case, they may have kind of nerfed the pull rates if we're only getting 1 SAR. I would typically expect 2 SARs or 1 SAR and a gold, never just the 1 SAR. So if that's the case, maybe the pull rates aren't as good in this one. Let's see how this box goes. They're like what? I think 9 special illustration rares in this set. So if there are 9 special illustration rares out and I'm only pulling 1 a box, this case will not get me everything I need. So I haven't checked the prices of what singles are going for yet. They're going to be crazy this week anyway, since it's, you know, technically before release. Not too worried about that. I do like to collect the master sets fast. But again, I have a local shop that is conducive to me doing that. And if you, all right, that's a new one. So first hit of this box is Iron Valiant EX. Nice. Iron Valiant is a cool Pokemon. I think you have to find it in like one specific cave in Area 0 or something. I don't know. It's been a while since I completed my Pokedex in the game, but nice. Armor Rouge. Full art. Cool Pokemon. Ceruledge was in the version I played and was my default false swipe guy to complete my Pokedex while I was playing, so I really like that line of Pokemon. I didn't see anything in the set list, honestly, that stands out to me as like, oh, that's for sure going to be the most expensive card in the set, the chase card of the set. I don't really know, as we hit a Serena regular EX. So far no more, or not very many, if any, duplicates on the regular EX front, which is nice, because I think there are 21 of them. But I didn't see any cards that stand out to me as like, oh man, that's going to be the hit. That's going to be the one everybody's chasing. You know, maybe the Golden Go special illustration rare. That's a pretty cool card. None of the other special illustration rares honestly stand out to me too much, and none of, well, it looks like we had gold in this pack, so does that mean we will not get a special illustration rare? Not sure. So Counter Catcher is our gold. I think there are 6 or 7 gold cards in the set. 264 here, so many, so many secret rares in this set. I'm not going to be mad if they did nerf the pull rates just a little bit. Like I said, I thought Paldea was just tremendous fun. I could open that set all day and not get bored of it. So the extra heavy pull rates, you know, the improvements they made with Scarlet Violet base and Paldea, it didn't bother me. But I know people coming off of Sword and Shield, you know, I don't know, dude, that it was not always fun to rip hitting nothing and nothing and nothing, especially when, you know, the name of the game became chasing alt arts. You don't get very many alt arts, so it can get frustrating sometimes when you're hunting those last couple cards you need, or that one big hit. The obvious upside of that is that when you do hit an alt art, it's probably going to be worth some money. So, like, for example, I told you I hit a Giratina in those same packs. Nice. In those same packs, I hit 2 alt arts out of the Silver Tempest sets, and they were both the Skuntanks. So, you know, it's not always the best alt arts that you hit, but those are worth, you know, $5 a piece. So whatever. Even the ones you don't want are still worth a little bit. Be good trade value somewhere. Armor Rouge EX. like I said, thanks everybody for watching and tuning in to the master set videos. I have appreciated all the discourse in the comments. We'll talk in the next master set video for this set about a lot of the stuff that popped up in the 151 thing. You know, everybody asks about why don't you have these promo cards in the master set binder, etc., etc. So we'll go over that in the next master set video. You know, I have a separate promo binder for all the Black Star promos. You know, I don't keep those typically in the master set binder. But as you're hunting your master set, if you want to do that with singles, do that with pulling packs, organize it however you want. If you want the GameStop promos, if you don't care about the GameStop promos or the Best Buy promos, you know, it is what it is. Your master set can be however complete you want it to be, as long as it has the base minimum of one of every card you can pull from packs. So one of every common, one of every uncommon, one of every holo rare, one of every reverse holo, and then all of the secret rares of the set. You don't have to do all of the, you know, GameStop promos, non-holo rares that get released a year down the line in some build and battle box. You know, if that is what makes a master set for you, that's totally cool. And if you end up with a lot of those cards by purchasing the product anyway, there's no problem with having them, obviously, and throwing them in the binder. But for it to be considered a master set, all you need, whether you're buying it, selling it, whatever, the bare minimum for it to be considered a master set, instead of, say, a complete set, would be basically the full set plus all the reverse holos. Everybody, you know, if you're doing a complete set, you're going to get one of every card anyway. So all you got to do is add in the reverse holos at that point. If you want to also do all of the promos, then, you know, throw those in there by all means, if that's what master setting means to you. But the bare minimum for most to expect when discussing master sets, when pulling for master sets, is one of every card that can be pulled from packs. So that's what we're gonna hunt here at first, and if we can improve upon that by, say, getting the Best Buy promos, say getting the GameStop promos, then we will throw those in the binder for sure. The pre-release promos are one possible exception to that, because they are different artwork and they do have the set name on there. So, like, I'll for sure get those. Nice. Love Roaring Moon. So, like, even these full arts for this set look so good, just with the different backgrounds and everything. Just so nice. And again, I like the Paradox Pokemon. I think they're really cool. So this is a set tailor-made for me. Feels like it's been a while in between hits on this one. How many are we at so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, oh, 6, 7 hits. So we have 3 to 5 more. Again, we got a gold, so maybe we shouldn't expect a special illustration rare this time, since the last box only had the one. Something else back there. Skeletor GX. So the only one I can remember off the top of my head that you know, there's a lot of these that we haven't pulled. I know there's like 2 Frostless EXs, I think, maybe, and then Cofagrigus, maybe. So we still have a bunch more of those we need to pull. Nice. Really cool card. Like I said, I'm a big fan of the illustration rares. I just think they're just the best addition to the hobby. You know, I enjoy the simplicity of the vintage cards and earlier sets. I do think there's something to be said for operating a company or an art form, I guess you should say, within constraints. and optimizing your output within those constraints. So for example, the old video games, right? Like the NES, Super Nintendo, there was only there was a limit to what you could do with those games. And with the old cards, everything had to fit in one window, one little square window. There was a limit to what you could do with the cards, right? So you had to be very creative in optimizing those limits to create some pretty cool stuff. So a lot of the vintage product appeals to me in that way. And I feel like with when those constraints are lifted, like say with modern video games or something like that, if you operate outside of any constraint, a lot of the art of it gets a little muddied and lost, not to get too preachy or whatever, but because of that, sometimes I get a little tired of all of the a lot of the illustration rares, a lot of the special illustration rares, and then the same card is a full art, and then it's a rainbow rare, then it's a gold, and then it's this, and then it's that. There's our Cough Egregious. But the one exception to me tends to be those alt arts or illustration rares or special illustration rares or whatever they call them per era. And I really enjoy them. I think it allows for some pretty cool artistic expression for some of their artists, gives them a little bit more room to show off their personality. Tomokazu Kamiya, stuff like that. You can't argue that even in the vintage stuff, their personality really shined through, but it just helps a little bit more when you have the full art of the card to do so. Strange overthinking tangent for the Pokemon card collecting hobby there. So I don't know, we got, 2 packs left over there? It doesn't look like we will be getting our special illustration rare. Oh, another gold. So 2 golds, and I'm not going to complain about getting Iron Valiant. That's awesome. So I guess I should say this one might be one of the hits of the set. I don't know. One of the chase cards of the set. It's a pretty cool card. It does a little bit look like some of those fake ones, the fake metal cards you see at, flea markets and stuff, but all right, so no extra hit there. We got out of this one 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 11 hits out of the first, 12 out of this. 2 gold cards in 1 booster box there, so can't complain. Full arts. So we got 2 illustration rares, 2 full arts, 2 golds, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the EX cards. So not bad. All right, let's sort through this bulk, and then we will talk about how much we still need for the master set after opening just 2 booster boxes. And again, the values are going to be changing. The values are not going to be set this first week of release. They're going to be crazy inflated. So I'm not going to speculate on how much it might cost you after 2 booster boxes of pulling something similar to this to complete a master set. But in general, we'll talk about how many cards you still need to complete a master set. So let's sort through all this bulk, and then we will talk about that. All right, we're back after a lot of sorting. So those 2 booster boxes got us a lot of what we need, right? So here, this little stack are all of the duplicate reverse hollows. So not very much. This little stack is the stack of all of the duplicate rares. So again, a little bit larger, extra rares, which is to be expected since you get, one of those in every pack. And here are all of the duplicate commons and uncommons. So a pretty healthy stack, but not an unreasonable stack of bulk, right? you know. This will all fit in probably, or definitely one, you know, ETB case or whatever. So what progress does that get us on a master set, right? So we, if I'm counting right, are missing like 8 normal EX cards as we just quickly flip through here. 30 some odd, 35 maybe, odd reverse hollows, and a whole bunch of secret rares, to be fair. And I believe I was wrong, by the way, when we were filming the opening. That Parasol Lady was just the full art. So I think our first booster box had no special illustration rare or gold card. So I guess that second box with the double golds was our, you know, makeup hit there. So if I'm counting right, the set should end here. I think the set's going to have like 428, 429 cards in the master set. And we are only missing, you know, a handful of all these regular cards. So again, this is what people mean when they say just buy 2 booster boxes and then buy singles. So this gets you a whole bunch of what you need to fill up the binder. Just 2 booster boxes or 72 packs, which is still a lot of packs. You know, you could get a lot of this honestly with just 1 booster box, and be better served buying the rest of singles. Like I said, it's always going to be a little bit cheaper to just buy everything as singles, but that's, you know, kind of not the fun way to do the master setting for me. I don't just want to own it. I want to pull it. I want to hunt it. But there we go. That is the progress you get or might expect in general from 2 booster boxes towards your master set of Paradox Rift. Again, head over to that 151 master set video and leave a comment there, subscribe to the channel, etc. And you'll be entered into the giveaway I'm doing on Friday for this Pokemon Center 151 ETB. Thanks again for watching, everybody. I'm going to rip the rest of these 4 booster boxes. Pretty excited about Paradox Rift, like I said. So we got these 4 left to rip. And we're going to see how much more of this master set I can fill out. And I'll post my video as soon as I have it complete. Thanks, everybody. Have a good one.